Have you never faced shortage of water at home? A day when there's no water supply or
No,
water runs out?
never happened. No.
Never happened. Yes. So today again, 2 sessions in a row. Not in a row,
Yes,
but
in a day.
in a day. Yeah. It's showing, you can hear me. It's showing that you are connecting to audio and cannot hear you yet. You can hear me? Because your screen shows as is connecting to audio and cannot hear you.
But I can hear you. I can see you.
Hmm.
I'm talking to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, but that's strange. You're replying to my questions, but it's showing this on the screen. Are you using two devices by any chance? No? Okay. All right. So today we are going to be discussing which is the most important element. Yeah. So let's hear your views about what, according to you, is the most important element.
According to me, all of them are important. We cannot
Okay.
we cannot
Okay.
place any one of them over the others.
Okay. So why? Talk about each. Talk about each element. Why are they important or how are they important to you?
Okay, for to me or for all of us.
Yeah, yeah. You can talk in general, but customize it to yourself. How do you use the elements in your day to day life? Or so speak
I'll
generically,
start
but
with
then
air.
personalize. Okay.
If I talk about air, it
Mhm.
somewhere helps in respiration process, and because of that we live. Actually, we are able to live on this planet because we intake oxygen, and oxygen is a part of the air, right? So it is there. And second one is Earth. Okay, we live on this planet basically, and because we live on this planet, and all these three other these I would say these three, fire, water, and air, are present because of the Earth. If Earth wasn't there, there would be no possibility of having all these three elements in our life,
Okay.
right? What is water? It's very important. It quenches our thirst, right? And it's also helpful in day-to-day life. Like it's a very
Helpful in what life?
day-to-day life, like for
Day to day life.
washing clothes, dishes,
Hmm.
doing dishes, and cleaning purposes. Though these are very, how should say, contribute to very small part of our life, but it has its importance. What else is
Okay.
left, ma'am? I think I have discussed all four of them.
Okay. So,
Fire, fire. It helps to
mhm,
cook food. It helps to produce heat,
helps to
right? If we
produce
need
ethane.
heat,
What are you
heat,
saying?
heat,
Heat. Yeah.
heat.
Okay. Heat. Yeah.
In winter,
Mhm.
in winters, right? And what else?
Okay, so if you look at each of these elements, how do you think they were discovered or how did they come into existence?
How
Each
do
of the
I know?
elements. No,
See,
what is your opinion about it?
discovery, how they have been discovered by the human beings.
Yeah, how did they come into our life? Yeah, so how were they
Or
created?
how did we come to know about it? If I talk about fire, it Adi Manav, ma'am, what was the word for it? Adi Manav, uh,
Primitive man or ancient
yes,
man,
ancient man,
cavemen,
caveman, whatever it
cavemen.
is out of these three. Caveman. Okay, so they did
Mhm.
something like that. They rubbed two stones together and they got to know that, yeah, this is kind of thing. And then they came to know later. We came to know later. came to know later about that thing that it's a fire.
Right.
What about
Okay.
oxygen and all that? Scientists must have discovered about air and oxygen concept, but I haven't been taught about this. I was taught
Okay.
about fire only. And water
So,
that we drink.
so what's the most important? If you have to rank them, what will be at one position? How would you
Each
rank
of
them?
them have each of them actually have their own importance now. How would I rank them? Okay, if
Yeah,
I
but
have to,
rank
I
them.
would say water. Water first.
Water at number one. Okay.
Yeah.
After that, second
Air,
position,
air,
air. Okay.
earth,
Then, mm,
earth, and then fire.
all right. So,
Are you
you've
tired?
placed water. Yeah, I took a break in between, so that's fine. Mm, um, you've placed water as your topmost priority, right? First
Yeah.
position. So, can you recollect a day in your life when there was scarcity of water and how did you cope with it?
It was actually I did not have any. I did not face any this type of situation. I would say
Mm-hmm.
I did not face
Okay.
any situation like this, which you are telling me. But few days ago, I was playing badminton and we did not have the water bottle. So
Mm-hmm.
we were like both of them, both of us were like, "Oh my God, we need to have some
Thirsty.
water. We need to have some water." We were like dying. The moment I reached home, I took the water bottle and drank water. That was kind of satisfying thing. So I could relate this thing, like how important is water in our life.
Right. So, have you never faced shortage of water at home, a day when there's no water supply or
No,
water runs
never
out?
happened. No.
Never happened. Okay, great. Then you're one of those fortunate because in Delhi we have a lot of water shortage at times when
I know.
tankers have to be called in. Yeah,
It's there in our area. In
very
uh,
good.
our neighbors actually are going through this thing. They are going through this thing. Mom, it's little
Okay,
hot.
what happened? That's
Nothing.
okay. Okay, so the least in your categorization is fire. So, uh, what are the uses of fire in your day to day life? Where all do you use fire on a daily basis?
Okay, it is used to cook food.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know any other usage of it.
So you can do without fire in your
Yeah,
life?
I would say
Okay.
for short period we can live without fire, but for a short period. But in the long run, eventually we need to have this thing in our life.
Okay.
But if
So
we talk about air and water, we cannot live without them even for shorter period.
now, how are all of these elements related?
These are all natural resources. We cannot
Okay.
make them.
Mm.
These are non-renewable sources.
Okay.
What else?
What else?
Else could be.
How are they interrelated? I said. How are they
Okay.
interrelated? You're just giving me the categories that they are natural resources. We cannot, but how are they interrelated?
I don't know.
Okay. Would you say that they are all important to maintain a certain balance in our lives?
Yes, but how
What
I do?
if, no, yeah, so don't give me these one worded answers. You
Because
need
I
to
don't
support
know.
your answer. You have to take it forward. So you have to tell me why. Yes, then what's the reason? If it's no, what's your reason? No, you may not know, and it's okay. We are not judging the
Yeah,
correctness,
that
but
is
what do
why
you think about it?
if I had known now, I would definitely give you the answer, ma'am.
Okay. So right now, scientists are exploring the possibility of life on Moon, life on Mars, life on, outside the Earth. So, do you think that all of these elements are needed to survive on another planet if and when it ever happens in the future?
Yes, because it's a part of life. If it, I think we do not need Earth then, because there is another planet and that is Moon. We can eliminate this one
But
because they
Earth
have
is not.
specifically mentioned Earth, not
Mhm.
planet.
Okay, but actually, when they say the elements, it's not per se Earth, but uh, it's the soil. If you look a little with a different perspective at it, Earth, the Earth. The Earth is not only the name of the planet that we live on, but it's also the soil. We're talking about the earth, the land, or the soil that we live with. If we didn't have that, how would we grow crops? How would we have cultivation? Look at it from that perspective. It's not Earth as in the planet Earth, but we're looking at it at a different level. We're looking
Okay,
at it from in terms of being, the what we live on, the environment, the state. So, what do you say?
about
Maybe
what?
in Mars, but is how will you grow crops? How will you eat food? How will you have vegetation, plantation?
How will I have? I don't know. How will I do this thing?
So think about it, no? Because you're just looking at Earth like a name of a planet, but that's a very limited perspective on the word Earth. It's not just the name of a planet. When we're looking at Earth as an element, we're looking at the soil. Where do we get our food to eat from? From the earth, right?
Yes.
It's because of the soil, because of the structure of the earth, because of the soil that we're able to plant and grow and cultivate, and that's how we get our food. So I think you need to deepen your perspective. I've told you this before. 360 degrees is very important when you're looking at it. Don't go at just superficial level of
I
the
have
syntax
told you.
of a word. Yeah, you have to go into the deeper levels. In English, we have a phrase, reading between the lines. Have you heard that? Reading between the lines.
Read in
Everything
between
is
the
not
lines.
said.
Yes.
Yeah, so what does it mean, reading between the lines?
You need to understand the meaning behind the said sentence.
Absolutely. Sometimes I might say that I'm doing good, but actually I'm not doing good. So you
Oh,
don't
good.
just look at my sentence, you have to look at the emotions, the tone, the body language, the gestures. So you have to read between the lines. There are jokes between husband and wife. When the wife says yes, it actually means no. So she's using the word yes, but her actual meaning is no, you can't. Yeah, so that is reading between the lines. So when you look at earth
That's a
as
gift,
an
ma'am.
element, look
I don't
deeper.
have that gift.
No, no, it's not about having it. It's okay if you don't have it. Develop it. Develop it because you have to learn to look deeper into things. Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover. We say, don't judge a book by its cover. So if you're going to look at only the, okay, if you look only at the top layer, then you'll miss the true essence of things. All right. So let's move on. What about Ayurveda principle? Would you say that Ayurveda or the Ayurvedic approach is based on these elements?
Yes, I feel.
Have you ever thought about Ayurvedic and Ayurveda?
I think I read it when I could remember that. I had actually. They were
Okay.
all.
So
They
when
are
you,
all. They are
they are
all
all,
related to each other. But I don't understand their deeper meaning. Even in Hindi, they use very complex words for the
okay.
explanation.
So when you read this topic today, what thoughts came to your mind? Because you don't have much content to share. So what came to your mind today when you
Oh,
saw
it's very
this topic?
easy
What, it's very easy, but then you're not speaking much.
because your questions are tough.
No, I'm asking you questions which are there. Some of the questions are there in your session notes only. I'm taking the
I answered
prompt
those
from there.
questions, but I actually answered those questions which are
Okay.
there
So
in session notes.
I think, there is some classification where we look at people being, when you look at the birth chart and astrology, it has something to do with the elements, right? That somebody has fire more, somebody has earth more, something,
No,
there's some relation between astrology and the elements, no?
Grahan, I know that Chandra, something like that. I don't have exact and I don't have an idea.
Okay. So, mm, okay, since there is not much, let's move on to the vocabulary
I
and
can do that.
let's look at something from there.
I either
Here you go.
biodegradable, vibrant, floral, vivid, dense, earthy, bare, flooded, budding, arid, flammable, atmosphere, atmospheric water, bioaccumulation, biological diversity, biomagnification, arson, carbon monoxide, combustile, wildland. That's it.
It is combustible. Combustible.
Okay.
Something that has the property to burn, to catch fire, combustible.
I
Okay.
know it's
So
there in science.
this word, vivid.
Vivid.
Construct a sentence using the word vivid.
Unclear, na? Vague.
Vivid.
Meaning.
The
Colorful
word
or
vivid
bright.
means very clear. Something that is the definition given is something that's bright or colorful for vivid. But we also say, it was very vivid in my memory. That means it was very, uh, what should I say? It was very realistic, or it was so clear. There was a clear image that came to my mind. I had a vivid uh, image in my mind, a vivid description. But it's also used like to mean bright and clear, bright and colorful. Use it in a sentence, vivid.
I had a vivid picture of my future.
I had a vivid picture of my future. Okay. What is the tense that you're using?
Past.
Okay. So change it
What?
into present. How will you change this sentence into present tense?
I have a vivid picture in my mind for my future, for the future.
For the future is fine. In my mind may not be required. I have a vivid
Yeah,
picture in my, not, it's not required, it's
I have a
implicit.
picture.
Okay. What about future tense? The same sentence in future tense. How will you say it?
I will have a vivid picture for my future.
All right. What about the word flammable?
Mhm. Flammable.
Use it in a sentence. Flammable.
Uh, Synthetic clothes
Say
are
that again.
flammable. Synthetic clothes are flammable.
No, some of the words are not clear. Synthetic clothes
Are flammable.
are flammable. Very good. Synthetic clothes are flammable. That's correct. Okay. And the last one is floral. Use the word floral.
Floral.
Hmm.
What is it? Not even floral. Okay. Okay. My friend um, does have a floral. अच्छा था मतलब.
My friend has a floral.
Floral garden? No.
Not really. Floral
Okay, okay,
basically.
okay, okay. Okay, my friend has a dress based on floral theme.
Very good. My friend had a floral
But ma'am, I take
printed
so much
dress.
of time. But I came up with good
That's
sentence.
okay. That's okay. That's fine. It's okay to take time. That's fine as long as your output is finally coming through. So, floral also talks about the prints,
Yeah.
flowery prints and designs. So, my friend had floral prints or designs. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Floral basically it's related to flowers. So, it could be the prints, it could be the decorations, it could be the theme, it could be anything, the way you want to use it. Good. Okay, maybe we'll do one last word, which is bear, B-A-R-E.
What, ma'am?
Bear,
What did you say?
B-A-R-E. B-A-R-E, bear.
Okay, okay, okay. We can't live a bare life or life.
We can't.
We can't live a bare.
Okay, I won't say it's wrong, but can you build the sentence a little
Okay.
more? We can't live a bare life is fine. Build it a little more.
What was my sentence, ma'am?
We can't. You said we can't live a bare life. I'm saying just build it a little more.
Human beings are not supposed to live or cannot live their life.
No, that's
No,
not correct.
say.
Human beings are not supposed to live a bare
No,
life is
supposed to.
not a
Human beings not supposed to. Human beings cannot bear without.
Okay, so
It would
let me
disturb.
make a sentence for you. They lived with the bare minimum, but were yet so contented. Okay, they lived with the bare minimum, but were yet so contented. That means they had very simple, basic things, but they were very happy. Yeah. So, in that context, bare. So, when you say that we can't live a bare life, you're basically saying, see, the definition that they have given in the notes is bare, it's without
Very
plants, but
limited.
that's, yeah, it's very limited. The word can be used in so many contexts. Okay. So, bare means without. The walls were very bare, so I put up some paintings or wall hangings. Okay. I can use it in that context. Or they lived with the bare minimum but were very happy. That means they had very simple few things in life, but they were very happy. So you can use, see, that's what you need to be able to stretch the word beyond the basic definition, because over here they have given the definition which is kind of restricted to the context of the topic, because it's related to the elements. Probably they've given it without plants. I can see that's the definition. But bare in English can have so many usages, bare walls, bare minimum
Bare
things in
means
life.
bina, like barefoot.
Barefoot, yes, they walked barefooted up the mountain on their pilgrimage or whatever. So there are so many ways of using the word. But yeah, you need to be able to stretch it in different contexts, because what you see in the definition given for the session notes will be limited to the topic, because it's a theme based discussion. But there may be more than one meaning to that word. Okay, so quickly, let me just give you one more input. You use this word badminton, but you said badminton. Don't say badminton, say badminton. Okay.
Badminton.
Yes, badminton.
These things
So
sometimes.
that
It happens.
came out very
Badminton.
it came out very heavy. That the accent, the tone was very heavy, so it stood out. So be careful. That was satisfying thing. That was
That was
satisfying. Remove thing. Don't say thing. That was satisfying is
always same
sufficient.
thing.
No,
I
thing is your filler. You're using it as a
is.
filler. It's not
I
required.
try to
It's not
not.
required.
I try not to
Okay.
use.
That was satisfying.